Hey everybody, and welcome to our new game here, Stellaris from Paradox Entertainment. I'm playing the game here with Zaro, Disgruntled, Fish, and Mike. We are playing as kind of like a giant spiral galaxy here, four-armed spiral galaxy, with what, 600 stars or something like that, and 30 empires. So, we've got a lot of work ahead of us. I actually need to get stuff rolling. I'm surveying the system to get ahead of stuff. We have a new princess, cool. Alright, so anyway, we're going to go over what races we are first before we get into how to play the game. So I decided to go with a thematic race here, and I went with a Tyrannid base. So as you can see here, I am a repugnant, strong, rapid breeding, natural sociologist. Tyrannids, their preference is the arid planets. So just going with a thematic thing here, doing the insectoids, trying to somewhat be thematic to the 40k universe. What about you, Mr. Zaro? What do you have as your race?
Kind of want to keep it a surprise, but I'm a despotic hegemony, slaving scum, I guess you could call it.
That works. So what about you, Disgruntled?
I also kind of went thematic, but I made one of each type of race. So I've got a expansion race, but I chose to play my science race here. So I came up with a thematic nation to that, and it's the Mason alignment, which if you're a fan of the Honorverse, you might recognize. And the Masons are fanatical materialists, and the collectivists, because I think happiness might be useful. Of course, they're the science directorate, so that was the whole point of this, and they're intellectuals, so they are intelligent, and they have rapid breeding, and sedentary for the negative, so
Oh yeah.
all that genetic manipulation, all that fun stuff, and we'll see how science for science.
Yep, yeah, I mean, I forgot to mention that I as well am a despotic empire, because I'm a, what am I? I'm militaristic, slightly militaristic, and then fanatical collectivists. So what about you, Fish? What are you?
Fuzzy, adorable little mammals that kill and keep moving.
Fair enough. And then Mike, what are you? What's your theme that you went with?
I am the potato people.
Potato people it is. Nice. Okay. Well, we'll eventually run into them as we course our way through the galaxy. In the meantime, so to start the game off, what you really want to do is send out your science ship to go and explore your current region before going anywhere else. So I just right-clicked on one of the worlds near me, told it to scan the system. Once that's done, I'm going to have my construction ship go ahead and build for the entire star system, the mineral mining stations and everything else, and then I'll go out to the next star from me. In the meantime, you definitely want to go into your sciences, build up different techs that way. I already, as you've seen while they were talking, I already started doing that. Any sort of things you find come up here in the situation log. We'll get to that when it happens. Ship design, we'll worry about that when we get to that, and so on and so forth. So,
Anomaly found.
So there, I found an anomaly. I will actually come back to it after I finish surveying my system. So
Construction complete.
what I did was I started building corvettes first, but I'm also going to build a second science ship right off the bat, so that way I can start exploring other areas as well. That way I can quickly see what's all around me and get things going. But that's my...
And that's one thing that's... Oh, go ahead, sorry.
No, I was going to say, go ahead.
Well, that's one thing. For those who don't know, Stellaris is a 4X game. So this one they actually put a little more emphasis on the explore, which is why he's talking about surveying the systems and then finding out where you can build your minerals up and all that other stuff. Because you need minerals pretty much to build everything. So that's you're essentially spending the first part exploring, looking for places to colonize or build up.
Yep, because you're managing resources, which along the top you can see here. You have your energy credits, which is super important because that's how you fund everything. Minerals, which helps you build things. And then, of course, your influence, which is basically allowing you to do different things within your empire. That being said, over next to them we have our different research. So that's how you can tell how strong your research is in each of the different groups. And then followed by that, you have your strategic resources, direct control planets, and then navy capacity. So just different little things there.
Complete.
Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to research... Oh, I don't have a scientist. So I just built a new bioship, or a new science ship. So I got to assign a leader, and as you can tell, they're already currently busy and learning. So I need to recruit a new scientist to man the ship. So I open up the leaders here, I hit a recruit, and then I can see what types there are. I can either research speed, or field manipulation, which is more research speed for field manipulation. So I'm just going to go with the straight ones here. I'll go with the younger one. So that cost me 50 influence to do that, but now he can go off. Oh, and I need to then assign him to the ship. Now that he's assigned, I can go off and send him to go research. So I don't have a admiral yet, so we'll go ahead and do that as well. So we want to recruit an admiral. Probably go with a fire rate. Ooh, we'll go with the fire rate 20 guy. So that's good there. So now my attack ships are strong. This guy, well, I'm tired of waiting. Well, there we go. One of my scientists is leveled up, so that'll be helpful because that way I can research more and more as I go. So once we get enough minerals, we're going to go ahead and start building on that planet there. So I will right-click it and I'll do research station or mining station as soon as I get enough of the minerals I need. So that's another couple months. So go ahead, just send them over there in the meantime. So what is the difference between moving here and entering orbit? I've never really found out what the entering orbit does differently.
Not really.
If you're in orbit, you actually get reduced maintenance for ships in orbit, but that's only if you're in orbit, like for your home system.
Got it. Okay.
Like one of your colonies. But generally, it's the same thing.
Okay. Fair enough. So what are some other beginning tips? Because I know you guys were playing it all morning, whereas I had...
Minerals.
I was going to say, so
love of God,
let's go ahead.
All of the minerals.
Let's go ahead and have you guys talk about what different sorts of things people should do to start off the game with, and what they should go for strategy-wise. I mean, I'm still relatively new, so I'm working at it. So if one of you has any ideas or tips besides minerals.
Don't lose your fleet in the first, like, 10 minutes.
Yeah, that's one
Also
thing.
helpful.
It doesn't hurt to build up your initial corvettes a little bit, because some of the early game hostiles you're going to fight have a force strength of about 100, so you probably want to get your fleet up to about that force strength. And like each corvette's about 25, so you want to get up to about 6 corvettes, so you can protect your initial stuff. Because losing a mining station early game can really hurt you. Because when you're getting 11 or 10 minerals, or I don't know what people are getting right now, I'm getting 11 at the moment, but when you're getting 11 a month, that's 9 months of work down the drain if you can't protect it.
Yep, makes sense.
But pretty much... Or good.
I was going to say, so to go to other systems, what I did was I selected my science ship that I have there, went to my galaxy map, and then right-clicked one of my nearby stars and told it to scan system. That's how you start exploring more systems, finding out what planets are there, and seeing what else is out there in the galaxy. So go ahead, sorry.
Yeah, there's 3 real resources, if Dark sees them at the top. We've got yellow, which is energy credits. That's essentially your upkeep. So like each mining station you build and your fleets and stuff, you use that resource. To actually build anything, though, it's minerals. So if you want to build colony ships or fighters or buildings on your planet, all of that is mineral-based. So that's why initially you want to just spend as much as you can mineral-wise and just keep your energy about neutral. And the other one is influence, which is what you use for politics and alliances and different policies you can make to make your empire run better. But we're really early game here, so none of that really matters.
I was going to say, is there any policies even worth bothering right now?
Well, in our last game that we were playing, I needed to have a fleet to help Mike out, and I kind of was running really big energy deficits. So there's one that just makes 15% more energy production on a planet.
Oh, that
and
helps.
there's both planet-wide, planet edicts, and then also like empire-wide. Yeah. So I mean, there's a lot of stuff. We're still learning all of this, but really just to get a good financial, economic base, which is pretty typical in 4X games. Which is, since you need minerals to build everything, the faster you get your mineral count up, the faster you can build other things.
Yep.
And you have leaders for everything too, so make sure you have a system governor. I think everybody starts with a system governor.
Yeah, you start with the system governor. Yeah, so that being said, I mean, yeah, resources are key. You need to start exploring, finding what resources you want, and start building accordingly to support your fledgling empire. Obviously, we start as a singular star, and we have to expand out and start taking over the galaxy. We're all going to be pseudo-working together. I mean, it'd be nice if we're a complete co-op, but we're going to more or less stay as a kind of like a pseudo-co-op. So we're just going to help each other out if need be, but otherwise we will not really interfere with each other, just try and only help if need be. Otherwise, oh, there's no direct route there? That sucks.
Not inherently kill each
Yeah,
other.
definitely we're not going to inherently kill each other and make each other's day difficult. Man, I wish there was another separation or sub-tab for civilian ships for construction and science. Because I'll sometimes lose track of what's what.
Oh, also, I found a precursor mining base. I also
Oh,
lost
nice.
my fleet.
Lost your
You
fleet
try
already.
to do that a lot. This is twice in a row.
I warp in, and then they just swarm. It's like, well,
That,
goodbye, I guess.
that definitely did not help.
Having your fleet when you're out scouting with it, putting it in evasive might be a good thing.
It was evasive. They
Oh,
warped
well.
in and
I was
died.
gonna say, I thought they were naturally evasive.
No, your
System survey complete.
Oh, my civilian ships are evasive.
Yeah.
Your ships are not.
Gotcha. So we're currently going to play this at normal speed until we really learn the game. The game literally came out today for us. So we've got a lot to learn. Some people have had it early. That's why I didn't want to cover any sort of the race creation or anything like that, because that's already been done. You can go on YouTube and see all the millions of others who have already done something like that. So we're just covering gameplay and just having fun with a bunch of us and seeing what it's like. But there's a whole race creation, which is the more fun way to play the game. You don't want to sit there and do your own, you know, just one of the standard races. You definitely want to create your own and make your own empire that way. That's kind of what we're going for. Something a little crazy. Like I said, I'm doing, uh-oh. Connection to the host was lost. Zaro! Or is that me?
Connection lost.
Ooh, that's me. Alright, well, we're gonna take a quick break here while I, get back with everybody. So, we just found out a new feature. Apparently, hot joining works great, because I just lost connection because of Comcast. So I had to, let my modem restart, and instead of having to close the game down and open it back up in a new one like EU4, I was just able to join the game that they just paused as soon as they noticed I disconnected. So it was actually kind of perfect. It worked out really well. And I apparently have a new version of Java ready for update. Oh well. Thanks, Java. I'm surprised that you're still in existence.
You mean a feature that they made actually worked?
What is this?
What?
The Hive
No,
Fleet
that's
Leviathan
a
is a
major
buzz of
thing,
news of alien life found by the bioship. Hardly intelligent by our standards, they're fascinating beings and easy to classify. Well, guess that means we have new things to eat. Because yes, we're we
You're
devour.
telling me I just found some proto-alien, Stone Age primitives.
So how do I view that? I guess I go to.
Situation log.
Oh, it's in the situation log.
Which is
No,
sometimes.
it's not even there.
It's probably a planet, to be honest. So you go and click on that system where your science ship is looking at those aliens.
Gotcha. Oh, yep,
It's either
habitable
generally
planet.
it's in the generally it's in the situation log, unless it's something else.
Yep, I see it. So it must have just been the fact that a planet is habitable and doesn't have any real life.
Mining, mineral station, minerals.
What are those? I haven't seen any of those. Like,
Zaro over there with his 16 a month.
16 a month
Scumbag.
already?
Yeah.
Good
Yeah, buddy.
grief.
He was bragging about it while you were waiting on you.
yeah.
Wow, I guess I'm the one missing out then. Well, I'm up to 17 a month right now for minerals.
Oh, jeez, for you too.
There's
So-
at 9 and cries.
Yeah, I'm at 12.
Well,
Just,
hey Zaro,
Hell with
space
all.
high five.
oh, I found a
System
little bit
survey
that is
complete.
outside of my system. Damn it.
Alright, space survey there is done. Let's go back out to the galaxy view.
I'm gonna build another science ship.
It's 1 energy upkeep a month, just be aware.
Ooh, anomaly found. Whoa, so that's a little high for me. We'll leave it be for now.
See, that's one thing we haven't really mentioned is every admiral or leader that you get in this game levels up, and the anomaly you just found gets a lot easier the higher the level of the person. And they
Correct.
generally get experience for doing their thing. So scientists get it for leading research or actually serving systems if they're on ships. Military people have to fight for it. The colony leaders, they just get it for doing their thing.
Yep. So, I'm only research 1 with the guy who found it, but I have a research 2 guy. Whoa! Okay, so apparently I found a hostile fleet out here. So, our guy should automatically head... Holy cow! 400 attack.
Run away.
Yeah, well, our guy should automatically head
Run
back.
away. Run.
You probably just found your first base amoeba.
Yep, probably.
Oh no,
So,
I found my first 6 already.
that popped up here in our situation log. We can go ahead and research it to see what it exactly is. But our spaceship, in the meantime, has gotten the hell out of there. And he's already on his way back to a previously safe area, which is perfectly fine. I'm actually going to turn the volume down just a bit. There's no advanced song in here, is there?
I don't think so.
Not that I can see.
Yeah, I'm going to turn the volume down just a smidge. Okay, there we go. So, that ship had to return back to orbit because, or return to a different area because it was a little scary. So instead we're going to survey another one that's right over here. And we'll have to deal with him whenever we advance these things. So that guy leveled up to level 2. He still can't, because it's research or failure of 45. So as you see, this guy has an experience bar. He leveled up twice, but to go over here and research, it would be a 45. Alright, what just happened? Leave it be for now. I have negative balance of credits, which is not a big deal. But I'm earning 19 minerals a month. And then there's a credit thing right here, which will put us back in the positive. So you're kind of having to balance your builds here. As you see, I'm currently at negative with my credits, but positive with my minerals. I just need to go and find a planet that has a credit generation, and then when I build on that, I'll be able to earn credits to come back in the positive.
And you might also have it on the surface of your planet. You don't want to forget those as well.
Correct. So while I build that one, I'll actually go to my planet here, and we'll go to surface. You can see the layout of everything. Now there's a whole lot of coordination as to certain things affect others in terms of its adjoining areas. You can build different things, and it does different sorts of environment changing of things. So if I wanted to, I could build right here a power plant to get more credits off of this area, because it already has a credit, energy credit space. So generally you want to match your constructions with the space that already has stuff. Or at least that's what I'm led to believe.
Yeah, the only exception would be food, and that is only after you've fully filled out the entire system.
Yeah, if you put something that doesn't benefit the resource there, you just lose what you're covering up.
Yep.
So it's you use it or you just ignore it. That's a really big mosquito that came in.
So when stuff is blank, that allows you the option to put whatever you want there. And then there's also places that are blocked off. And there's nothing you can do about that. So
until you eventually research the tile removers, the text to unblock them.
Alright, so we will get back to that research. It's not essential I clear it right this moment. So what we'll do is we'll go here and survey that star. Alright, so we just investigated these guys and they're space amoebas. I can either try and destroy them, which at 400 level that might be a little asinine at the moment, and instead we will study them.
Situation log updated.
And so now it updates my situation log, and I can spend 3 months worth of society research to study the amoebas. That might be our best bet. I know that's not thematic for Tyranids, but I know my limits, and right now I can't begin to even take on a 500 power with my 150. So, the early game is a little different than the late game.
Wow, one of my neighboring systems is completely empty.
Really?
Yep.
Only one of yours? Lucky bastard.
Alright, so this construction ship is now done with my primary area. So what I'll do is I'll actually send them to one of my other areas to go ahead and build some stuff up. Now I am lacking resources so I could either go here and build research and mining stations there, or do research here, because those are within my purple sphere of influence. But I can go to other areas outside of there, like this one, and I can build a frontier outpost. I'm lacking 86 influence. Okay, So I can't really go there yet to build it because I'm lacking a lot of influence, so we'll get back to that one later. In the meantime, I might as well go ahead and just build the mining station over here and the research station to just get those up and running. So we'll just expand the little bits of area, and that will also expand your zone of influence as well. So I can either go outside my zone of influence and build a research station, or I can go within it and build little, like, stations, and it'll expand the zone of influence itself. So you have two ways to expand your influence. Alright, so we will survey that system. I'll bring my attack wave up here real quick just to verify some things. And then if not, we'll come right back. Alright, so what are you all up to now I've explained basically the beginnings of how to play?
Survey, survey.
Yeah, basically your entire first game is slowly survey and slowly expand. That's really about it.
Flee from the amoebas.
And like you said, you balance your mineral production increase with your energy increase and your food on your planet, so you keep getting new people so you can build new buildings.
Yeah, it's a balancing act, just like any 4X game. I mean, if you've been watching my EU4 games, you'll notice that. Or anything else. Oh, one thing we didn't talk about is the FTL types. So, again, being thematic, there's 3 different FTL types. There is warp drive, which is almost a point-to-point. You can kind of free-flow different areas as need be. All you need to do is exit a star's gravity well with which to warp. And then the recovery from that warp is based upon how far that warp was. So the further you go, the longer it takes to recover. The shorter you go, the quicker it is to recover. There's also hyperlanes, which I am not playing. To be fair, I'm playing warp right now to fit the theme of the... Oh, yep, nope. Let's get out of there. So I'm playing the warp because it's thematic to Tyranids. That's kind of how they transported around, was the traditional point-to-point warp. There's... what is it? There's wormhole research, and then there's hyperlanes. I'll let one of you guys who's hyperlanes explain that one, if you don't mind.
I think I'm the only one running hyperlanes right now, aren't I?
Alright.
Well, basically, every single planet has a little line going from it, or a system has a little line going from itself to all the other planets in the system, so there's no planet off of it. You can only travel between those lines, but you travel faster than warp would. And you don't have a cooldown. You have a wind-up to leave the system.
So it's kind of the reverse of a warp, and it's more direct, whereas mine's...
It's actually faster traveling, too. As soon as you're outside, it moves really quickly between system to system, but it's kind of like a tree diagram, where you can only go to the connected other nodes on the tree.
Yep, whereas I can skip different nodes if I want to.
Yeah, if he has a range, he can skip them, but I have to go to every single stop.
Yep.
Well, you have to go from A to B to C, you actually have to go A, B to C, whereas wormhole, the normal warp might be able to jump straight from A to C. Yep.
So, wormhole, I do not have that one, nor have I experimented with it. Someone with wormhole want to explain that one?
You got it, Zaro? You want me to?
You go for it.
Okay, wormholes are different. You pretty much build like a Stargate or a Mass Effect relay is kind of what it really is in your systems. And you can build those with construction ships, so you got to keep building them as you go along. And you pretty much get a range. Like warp also has a wide range, but you pretty much go quickly from your wormhole out. The difference between warp and the wormhole is you have to go back to your wormhole before you can go to the next system. So you essentially can quickly span out, but you can't actually go from system C to system D without going back to your home world. But you can quickly go between each wormhole, and it recharges pretty quickly. So you can bypass systems and just jump like your max range really quickly. And then you build a wormhole in that new system, and now you've expanded your range. So it's really easy to jump around and do things like that. And it's faster than warp movement, but it's still slower than the hyperlanes, just because you have to come back to your home base.
Alright, so as he was explaining that, you saw 2 of my researches complete. They popped up to let me know, and I just simply changed up what I'm doing. Now, it's going to be a little early, but if I wanted to, I could change up what's on my ships. We'll actually go to my corvettes here, And I actually had changed things up. So instead of the small fusion, I now have a normal fusion reactor. And I also have ion thrusters instead of the chemical thrusters. So the ion thrusters give me a little bit faster movement. Fusion reactor gives me more power. I can actually change those up and upgrade my ships if I so want to. But I'll actually hold off and wait because I have more research coming to my ship soon. But what I would do is I can either drop stuff into the different slots like so, if I want to, or I can remove them by left-clicking. I can drop stuff in to replace things. Again, remove it, drop it back in. Of course, I have to hit save before it continues over, but we're not going to bother. We're just going to let it cancel out, and we'll redo it later. Alright, so this science guy is now level 3. So now I can go back to where I had scanned that thing initially, the anomaly. I can send him back here, and he'll automatically, I just right-clicked it, otherwise I would have to go and review it and otherwise do it. You see how the failure rate dropped down to 20%? I think that's a good enough chance I can go out there and go ahead and try and scan and see what that thing is. So that ship that upgraded is going to go out there and do that. The other one's just going to keep scanning systems. So have you guys come across anything fun or new yet?
I found another faction, or whatever you want to call them, race.
Nice.
We're both scanning the same system right now, so...
Oh really? At the same time?
Yep.
I actually just found my first alien. I am holding off researching on them.
I officially understand 2 other races.
Ooh, I think I might have just found my first one as well.
If I had a mineral for every single amoeba that went through my system, I'd be rich.
So I just found
I have crystalline in my border.
I just found another system that has a home to alien race. I'm not even going to bother to try and pronounce that, but I actually found one of his ships over here as well. I am actually currently investigating them to see what they are, and to go from there. So they are currently scanning the same area I'm at. Oop! I just lost server.
Connection lost.
I think that's me again. So we'll again take a break and try and reset my cable modem and figure out what's going on here. Something about how the major lines are having issues. Wait, we'll be right back. Okay, so we're back again. Minor issues here.
Yay, Comcast.
Yay, Comcast, indeed. And I mean, it is what it is. I guess nothing I can do about it. So anyway, we've got stuff, science ships researching. We've got this other race over here next to us that I'm currently researching as well. So we will open up communications soon with them. Actually, in the meantime, what I can do is bring my attack fleet over there, just to be ready. Just in the off chance that they're hostile, or I want to devour them. One of the two. You never know. I like the devour idea though the most, because that's what we do. That is what we do as Tyranids.
Well, your neighbors over here meet a new alien race. They actually meet me. First thing they do, rivalry.
Really? That's quick.
Yep. Yep. It's a good sign, right?
Nope.
Democratic nation. Not for long.
Democratic nation. No thanks.
You let your people think for themselves? What's wrong with you?
No, seriously. It's not how we do.
I know. They're xenophobic. That's why they aren't happy.
Oh. Well, that definitely doesn't help. Well, Hive Fleet Leviathan, which is my fleet here, is slowly expanding. I actually did a little bit of research as to figuring out planets that the Hive Fleet have taken. So I had to go and dig through some 40k wikis to find it all out and try to be somewhat, what do you want to call it?
Situation log updated.
Try to be somewhat
Thematic
and proper to the, what you want to call it?
The lore.
The lore. There we go. I couldn't think of that term. The lore. So we found a space capsule around the star. So we're going to try and investigate that space capsule.
I got my frontier outpost already going to block these Democrats.
Yeah, I need to get mine going here. I'm still waiting on more influence. I didn't realize how much influence it takes.
That's actually the one thing of rivalry. It actually gives you influence.
Oh, nice.
So that's kind of like U4. You get something for being rival.
Got it. Well, that's cool.
Mm-hmm. And some of the government types and traits add or reduce to that, of course. There's a lot of fun in that racial creator thing.
System survey
Oh, yeah.
complete.
Oh,
I
so
didn't realize I got bonus research speed and survey speed for being a despotic hegemony.
nice. So one thing that we didn't get a chance to mention.
Complete.
Oh, no access. Alright, so, oh, cool. Sovereign nation of colonies in there. Okay, cool. Greetings, blah blah blah. Sovereign colonies, we are a democratic nation committed to upholding individual freedoms. Well, that's gonna have to stop. Our warriors salute you.
You mean digest you?
Well, I mean, it's buying us time until we get a little more powerful to start eating. We know our place in the galaxy right now. Oh, they kicked me out of that area. Ooh. Well, that's not good. They're already expanding. So I guess we need to expand quickly, too.
Just found an abandoned amusement park. An alien amusement park. It's a lot of
Did
research,
you really?
actually, so it's kind of nice. Yeah.
That's kind of funny. So we're gonna have to quickly expand with a with an outpost because we don't want them taking control of all the area and then getting us stuck. So we're going to have to hurry up, have this construction ship finish his building, which he will shortly, and then we will build our frontier outpost over here, thus blocking out those dirty democratic empire until we can become strong enough to digest them properly.
At least they're not neutrals.
That would be gross.
Well, so far everything is good with them. They seemed somewhat peaceful. They are not ready for our skill, though.
Ah.
Alright, someone else leveled up. Scientists level up.
Oh
Food order
man,
complete.
hopefully my ship is gonna beat this one to building the outposts. We
Frontier,
have two.
yeah.
We have two of them building outposts
Oh, at the same
at the
area?
same speed. Yeah.
Ooh, that's gonna be
Go,
scary.
go, 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 go.
Good luck.
It's a race.
And they're off.
I don't know if I'm gonna get it or not. I think I got here too late. That just means I hit them first.
Alright, so we can almost build our frontier another couple months. Is there any way I can gain more influence? Jeez. By upgrading my capital or declaring rival. Yeah, I'm not ready to really declare this guy a rival just yet. That'd be almost suicidal. So we just gotta wait a couple more months. When we get to 200 we can build it, and then we'll at least block this area off from them. In the meantime, we have
15
other
months
stuff
to
to do.
unlocking the colony ship.
Oh, nice. Mine's on hold currently. 10 more
Yeah,
months
that's
on that
the
one.
end.
That's
Yeah,
the
just
problem,
another
is
year.
when you find some of these things, it actually holds up your other research. So, it is what it is, but it's worth noting. And I actually can't jump to the other arm just yet. I need a much higher warp drive in order to do so. But when I can, I'd love to. So in the meantime, I'm pretty sure Disgruntled's right about in here. Zaro's right about in here. Mike is somewhere over in here, and Fish is somewhere in here, I think. Not exactly sure off the top of my head, but we'll figure it out as we get there. In the meantime, Hive Fleet Leviathan needs to keep growing and devouring the systems.
This is gonna be so close. I'm at 80%.
What is he at?
I can't tell.
Good
Okay,
luck.
blow him up. Blow him up.
Yeah, I'm sitting here watching the countdown timer for the month. There we go.
Yeah, that's the problem with the early stuff. Which is why the minerals, it's all about those minerals.
I'm really tempted to blow him up, but Oh no!
It's so early in the game. You must have lost.
Yeah, I was at 94%.
Oh, that
Oh
sucks.
man, that sucks, dude. I'm sorry. Well, good news is I'm building mine. So that's a thing.
I was gonna build a warp gate there so I could jump across to the other arm.
Oh, the arm that I'm on.
Yep.
Sorry, man. Nothing you can do about that one.
Well, you just gotta
Oh,
take
there
it.
is
from
something I can do about that one.
Well, yes, take him over. I mean, that is
Which
an
I'm going
option.
to.
Alright, in the meantime, I can start building more stuff here, I guess. I have a lot of...
Oh, they have better
lot of
tech than I
minerals.
do. And they're a stronger fleet than I am.
So we will build a power plant to take advantage of that area.
Yeah, you probably don't want to do that then, Zaro.
Yet.
How do you see their tech
Because they will
levels?
eat you.
Diplomacy.
From the...
Two
Yeah, if you
planets.
click on their icon, wherever their thing is, it'll bring up the diplomacy. It'll
Okay.
tell you the relative power. So everybody's pretty much equivalent right now, unless you've run into an advanced civilization.
Their opinion of us is not great.
Because that's one thing that's interesting is they have multiple things. There's the normal enemies who spawn in at the same level you are, but then there's some superior ones that are populated around there too. I think we got 6 of them in here.
So,
That started out with a head start or a fallen empire or something like that.
gotcha. So what happens if I establish an embassy? What will that do?
It's essentially improving relations from EU4.
Okay.
You can only have 4 at any time, I think, or 3.
It's 3 base and some
Yep.
government.
Gotcha, but you can recall that, obviously.
Yes.
Okay.
So slowly tick up to a plus 100 based on the...
Okay, well, in the meantime, we'll just work that angle for a little bit of time. Deal with them while this thing builds. How is that research coming along? It is going. It's over 50%, so that's a start. Hopefully they figure out what's there. In the meantime, I gotta keep searching the galaxy. Probably can build now.
Research complete.
New Worlds Protocol. Sweet. So we can now build colony ships. Leader lifespan and food.
Just need, the minerals for it.
Yeah, minerals not a problem
System
right now.
survey complete.
Jealous.
Boo cows.
Moo cows?
Found space cows. They made it.
There's one of the alien races nickname. It actually says another thing is the space cows.
Oh, gotcha. Well,
Yeah.
at least it's not Blarg, or whatever it is.
Some people like
Borg.
the Borg, but a lot of people don't.
What is, the opinions?
Burn.
I think everybody in here doesn't like the Borg. Except maybe Mike and you.
Updated. Evading hostile.
Pretty sure Fist Zaro and I.
Ooh, we've
do not.
encountered another
enjoy
alien
those.
system. Or another group of aliens.
They don't have quite the chemistry that Jake and Daniel have.
Wow, that is a lot of aliens here. We are going to say that that's going to be one that's going to not exactly happen right away. Alright, let's see if we can investigate them, though. The Gamma aliens. So in the meantime, well, since we can't go there, let's go there.
Hey, space cows.
We're kind of sandwiched in at the moment. Physics research. Oh, I didn't remember to upgrade that. Okay. Well, let's see here. What would be useful for us?
Construction complete.
Let's go with quantum theory at the moment. We'll just go with the lower level ones to research them quick.
Situation log updated. Evading hostile fleet.
Man, I'm encountering nothing but hostile fleets.
Well, everything's hostile until you research it.
That's true.
Except for space cows, I think, are the exception.
Yeah. These guys are much easier to take on, though, so I might deal with them momentarily.
Evading hostile fleet.
Yeah, so he needs to get out of there. We'll deal with that later. Rivalry. Oh, so you want to be a rival then? Okay. Well then. You're currently hostile towards me. Well, whatever. We'll deal with you when we can. Guess in the meantime, let's build some more ships. Actually, before we do, let's see what our research is at. Coil guns, they have a long way to go before they're complete, 38 months. So we're going to go ahead and actually modify our ships here. Where are we at? We have colony ships available, corvettes. So we're going to, instead of doing it ourselves, we're just going to hit autocomplete. That'll kind of just bump things up to the best it can be for the time being. And then we'll just save that as is. Ooh, here we go. Habitable World Survey. Accommodation. So begin Habitable World Survey event in the chain. That's what we'll be doing.
Log updated.
So anyway, we've upgraded our ships. We've saved them. So now we'll go back to our actual fleet, which we need to upgrade the fleet. So they'll return back to base to go get themselves upgraded, and I will, in the meantime, build more ships to help us deal with these pesky guys coming out. And we'll build a few more. And we will go beat on some people pretty whole-handedly. Alright, so we gotta wait for some of those to finish before we can start researching. Oh, and we finished that. Nice. We built our expansion in time. So now our construction ship, we need to tell him to. Let's.
Complete. Special project complete.
Well, I just gained influence off that. Nothing came of it. So we want to establish a listening post
Situation
there.
log updated.
Alright, so we have so many pop-ups going on. We're gonna have to do one thing at a time here. We can almost build our mining station. Just need another month to tick by. Come on, month. That's the constant thing about 4X is you're stuck waiting for the end of the month a lot of times.
If you aren't playing multiplayer, though, you can also just speed the game up. But we're
Correct.
just taking it easy. I guess we're learning still today.
Out literally today.
Alright, so we'll investigate these aliens. What is my research currently? Okay, so that's continually building. It's a long time. So we're going to go ahead and go back here and do the mining research. Because that's only 3 months. This bioship, on the other hand, can you get down there? Yes, you can. Okay. So we'll send him off. Alright, so this is a habitable world. So we'll go ahead and start getting things ready to go settle in that area.
Situation log updated.
Man, keep encountering more and more aliens. I'm kind of surrounded. Alright, what is this one? Epsilon aliens. Well, I need to wait for the rest of the things to finish first. So again, one thing at a time. Only have so many scientists, I guess.
Always hire more.
Could. I don't have. Well, I do have a lot of influence, so I probably could hire one more.
Well, you don't want to run more than 2 science ships at the moment.
Yeah, that's true. Don't want to get ahead of ourselves.
Because you're paying upkeep for them, and you really should be putting that into resources,
Special project
upgrading somewhere.
complete.
Whether it's planet or you're mining out your fleet.
Situation log updated.
Alright, so high value mining targets. So we'll track that on the map. So that way we can see what's going on with them. We have our giant fleet here. They're currently upgrading, so we don't want to interrupt that. And then, that's still building, so let's go ahead and see about building a colony ship, which is a lot of resources actually, so we need to save up for that one. So we shall wait for that to finish. We'll wait till we get enough resources to do that.
Colony ship is 80 days.
Woo! Ships upgraded. Construction complete.
Yeah, you and your colony ships. I still have 58 months before I can actually finish the research on it.
That's not too bad.
You probably finished
Special
some
project
other
complete.
Yeah, I got 2 other.
society tax. Yeah.
Alright, so the reports of the strange free-floating crystal-like objects observed in certain systems. These are slightly smaller but equal crystal satellites first appeared inert, but suddenly shift in orientation. Find a martial use for them studying. Shall shatter the crystals, no doubt yield interesting. We expect our fleets to break them apart. Well, that might be the better way to go about it instead of special projects.
Really? Really, neighbor?
Let's do that.
Log updated.
Alright, so we're going to send our battle fleet down there. Was it these guys? I think it was these guys. We'll send our battle fleet down there to go and start breaking them apart the hard way. Alright, so you... Ah, you're finished already with all that. Okay. Our science ship is finished. Well, I guess in the meantime, there's not really a whole hell of a lot I can do with this construction ship. I'd have to build frontier there, build mining stations there. Let's go ahead and do that. Get that one underway. I'm gonna start hitting the negative for credits, which is not gonna be fun. Unemployment? What?
Means you need to build a building hacks on your surface
Gotcha. Well,
of your planet.
build another power plant there.
System survey complete. Anomaly found.
Alright, so we'll talk to Spaghetti later. So we found an anomaly, and we found ancient proto-civilization. Alright. Show the Neanderthalic. Alright, so what do I do with those guys?
You don't have it right now, but later on you can put a observation post. You can either get society research points off of them, or you can uplift them.
Gotcha.
Or
so that
Or
isn't...
you can infiltrate them and take them over. Or
So
you can
that's-
just invade them with an army.
Gotcha, so that's
Yeah.
not something I can do right this moment, though.
No.
Well, you could. I mean, you could just send an army in there, like build an army and then land it there and get a colony planet.
Hostile fleet
Gotcha.
engaged.
So, might as well explore space combat as is right now. There's 3 different types of space combat. I ended up going with,
Weapon systems, you mean?
yeah, weapon systems. I ended up going with, what do you want to call it? Oh man, I'm in the middle of...
Mass drivers?
Yeah, I went with mass drivers for, direct impact weaponry. There's also missiles and lasers that you can use. So, I kind of like the mass drivers. It kind of fits the theme.
Situation log updated.
I have so many pop-ups.
Yeah, that's the problem with doing all the situation log stuff.
Oh
So it
man,
can
there's so
overwhelm
much
you.
going on.
Situation log updated.
There's actually a lot more weapon types, but those are just the starter ones.
Yeah, those are
and
the
there's
starting
that,
ones.
Like pierce armor and pierce shields, or extra damage or shields, or I mean, there's all sorts of different weapons, and we really have no idea what the most effective ones are yet. We're all just playing around with them.
Alright, so... so I was blocked out of that world. That's good to know. I'm already starting to get trapped here.
Yeah,
Hey,
my
I found a neighbor.
friendly neighbor moved in and like colonized and pushed my borders back. Not real happy with him right now.
No, it doesn't
But I
sound
gotta
fun.
rival. You got to deal with the rival neighbor first, though. No point in having two enemies.
Alright, so we need to go back and start checking our stuff here. What's going on here? That guy's scanning things. Alright, so let's go ahead and we have a time project, which is the debris. Alright, so kaleidoscopes. I need to keep collecting more and more shards, so we'll go ahead and do that. This is finding more ships, so that's not a problem. Alright, so let's go back here and start engaging in more and more combat. Because there's only one of these guys at a time, so that's going to be easier to deal with.
The space pirates just formed for me.
Always a good
Yay!
No, it's not a good thing.
That was
It's
a little
not
bit
me.
of sarcasm, just to let you know.
System survey complete.
Yeah, I know.
Construction complete. Hostile fleet engaged.
I don't know where they are.
I don't either. I have.
Do you have some as well?
Yep.
There they are.
So you're just going to move there. Man, it's kind of like one of those continual having to just keep jumping area to area sort of things.
Situation log updated.
Good. I'm building my navy up, so I'm actually outnumber them like
Found
3-2, or almost 3-1.
So how are my fleets doing? Well, they're still doing alright. I think I lost a singular ship. It's not bad. It's not great, but it's not bad. Alright,
So I have 11
log is saying
corvettes.
that we have...
I have 8.
Going after 3.
So we'll just keep attacking these guys. Hopefully we find another one, because apparently that's...
Hostile fleet engaged.
Alright, so we'll actually zoom in on the
Hostile
combat here.
fleet.
So I'm having to dodge missiles here, but you see your damage versus their damage. This is the fleet combat overall. You see this one ship has already taken quite a bit of damage, but as I close in on him, he does initial damage because he's missile. Once I close in, I start doing a lot of damage real quick to him, and you see right there as it happens. Now you do multiple damage to multiple different ships. It seems like they seem to target the weaker ship right off the bat. So that's something worth noting if you do feel like splitting your fleets and sending one back.
Situation log updated.
Alright, so we've got that guy. Go and get him.
That's one DLC I expect to see is a little bit more tactical combat where you can give a little more direction to your fleets.
Yeah, I
Right now
imagine
they
that'll
kind of
be-
just do what they want to do.
They kind of derp.
Yeah.
I imagine
Only
that'll
kind
happen.
Eh.
Hostile fleet
Little.
engaged.
Oh, the positive minerals.
So there we go, I
Weird.
lost one of my ships. Not the greatest of things to happen, but not exactly the worst either. I kind of expected that was going to happen.
That's funny. You can enslave a population before they're even fully grown.
Really?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. No, if you find it, don't even
Ruh-oh.
Rorage.
Situation log updated.
There we go.
Up. There he goes. Up.
Nope,
Maybe.
everything's fine. Just slow down a minute. Oh, Disgruntled is apparently showing us behind by about
Yeah.
2 days.
Yeah.
He's-
I think you're catching up.
He's caught back up now.
Well, I have the Comcast to the south, so I'm not really surprised.
Alright, so we'll send you down there. Construction ship, what are you up to? Just kind of hanging around. Ooh, I can build my, my colony ship now, so we're gonna go ahead and do that. Ah, it's 350. Damn, so close. Alright, so we're just gonna have to wait 1 or 2 more months so we can get that amount of money. In the meantime, my construction ship, you might as well just head back to there. And we'll get my colony ship built.
Still lagging a bit.
No, it doesn't look too yeah, you're behind like 2 or 3 days again. Not a big deal, it is what it is.
But I want to cancel this science lab and it won't let me. Oh well.
How dare you try and do things?
Yeah.
Okay, it finally took.
You and you're trying to do stuff.
I just discovered a mineral thing. You gotta build those minerals.
What is a tomb world?
Essentially a world where atomic war happened.
System survey
Oh, that's
complete.
fun.
Or a virus, something. It's a dead world. So it's the tomb of a civilization. So fun stuff.
Oh yeah, that's kind of stuff.
Note to self, don't land there.
Yeah, that would not go well.
Like somewhere in this galaxy there's a solar system. So for like our planet here. And sometimes you'll find Earth, like humans on it, and sometimes you'll find other things. It's kind of interesting. Like in the multiplayer stream for this game last weekend that they had before the pre-release, there were cockroaches on Earth. That was the only thing that...
Terraformers?
Indeed.
Maybe.
Alright, so they're rebuilding. We're building our new colony ship. In the meantime, we could probably build more corvettes too in another month or two. We'll just have to wait and see what happens here in the meantime. Oh, a lot of building, a lot of work. Alright, so I think that's about to wrap it up for this episode, so we'll go ahead and break here for a minute. We'll keep going for about another hour or so we'll create a second episode, but in the meantime, thanks everybody for coming out. I hope you guys are enjoying Stellaris, and if you haven't gotten it yet, it's definitely something awesome to look into, so I'd highly recommend it if you are enjoying the series to go and pick it up on the Steam, what do you want to call it, the Steam store. Otherwise, I will catch you guys in our next episode. Thanks for coming out, and we'll see you then. Alright, bye guys.